What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ ranked matches today. And this video is post-commentary, just like the one from yesterday. You guys, most of you seem to enjoyed it nonetheless. For those of you who don't understand what the situation is, long story short, I recorded a few videos to try to get ahead of schedule, and then most of them ended up not recording my microphone audio, so we're hitting it with the post-commentary. But like I said, most of you guys enjoyed the last one, so hopefully you continue to enjoy this as well. And in this video, I decided to go back to playing 18 Bardock Trunks after getting my face caved in by that kid who got a destruction player while I was playing Android 17. And I was like, all right, let me rip out 18 real quick just to, you know, get back some of my confidence, and then we'll switch on over to something else. So that's basically what I decided to do. And we ended up running into a Pride Trooper rank Nappa, Majin Buu, and Trunks player. And as you can see, I get my first touch by hitting him with the Ki Blast and then catching him low, which is something I catch a lot of people slipping with. A lot of people don't really know how to deal with Android 18's Ki Blast, and the real answer to how you deal with it is to just super dash. Because if you sit there and block it, there's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, you could reflect, you could reversal, you could DP if you've got that option, but yeah, you can't really push too many buttons. Anyway, I take Nappa to the corner, get a full combo, and I thought actually I was going to be able to kill him with those 3 level 1s, but he managed to live with a pixel, catches me with the air-to-air, and I'm just like, all right, it's just one touch, just come here, and I couldn't quite seal the deal. He gets snap out, and honestly, what I should have done right there off that lariat was snap Nappa right back in, but I wasn't even really too concerned. I was like, it's not that much bluff, it doesn't really have a whole lot, and his assist I don't think is going to play a huge factor. Not to say Nappa doesn't have a good assist, because he does have a pretty solid assist, but I don't know, just poor judgment call. Like, if I were to go back in time and do it, I probably would have snapped the Nappa back in, but it's not the end of the world that I didn't. Also, shout out to the 2H that he got on my Bardock on that falling JL. That was kind of nasty, not gonna lie. For all the good it did him, as his Trunks is being taken to the corner, call the 17 for the Oki, double overhead, not watching his dome piece. You're only human. It's hard. I understand. Yeah, that's going to be in his sword boy, and his sparking is already spent, so I'm pretty much, yeah, like Fat Buu, Nappa, 2 characters that are pretty strong, you know, with the right team built around them. Not really sure how they fare together, but I'm pretty confident at this point. I've got my Trunks in, and I'm just having some fun with it, to be honest. You know, usually my first instinct would be to try to get Trunks out as quickly as possible, but I ain't even worried. Although, that being said, Majin Buu kind of slapping me up right now into the EX butt stomp, and then here comes the fat throw. What's the mix-up? I don't know how to block, so I'm just going to pop sparking. We actually hit him with the mix-up here off the Masenko, and I tried to be fancy and go for the re-jump. I messed it up. I do have those. I can pull them off pretty consistently in training mode, but it's another one of those things where, like, I know the combo, I know the tech. It is a skill or an ability that I do possess and can do, but it's one of those things that, like, I always just forget to do in matches. Usually when I Masenko off that auto combo mix-up, I just empty vanish JM, J2H, or JM, JL, J2H, and then continue the combo. I don't think I ever go for the re-jump in matches. And I don't know why, so it's just one of those things I want to start trying to incorporate into the muscle memory to just always go for. But the only problem with going for Masenko, or going for the re-jump off the Masenko, is that if you let all 5 hits, you can't get the re-jump, or at least I can't. If I cut the Masenko short at like 2 or 3 hits, which by the way, most beams, including Masenko, are 5 hits. I think the only one I can think of off the top of my head that isn't is Base Goku's Kamehameha, right? But yeah, Masenko's 5 hits, and if I let that 5th hit connect, I can't get the re-jump. But if I stop it anywhere from 2 to 4, then I can get it pretty consistently. But yeah, we managed to take game number 1. I hit the rematch, he hits the rematch as well, and then we hop into game number 2. There we go. So I think I round start barrier here. No, I didn't. I just jumped back and called the Trunks. He got hit. I don't know why I didn't call the Bardock assist there. That's something else I've been incorporating more into my gameplay. It's nothing new by any means. Other players, you know, smarter and better players have been doing that since season 1. Is, you know, you call an assist like your DP assist or your Bardock assist or Yamcha assist after your opponent blocks a super dash, and they pretty much have to hold a 50-50. That's something I'm only just recently starting to incorporate myself. Also, that backdash 2H was kind of insane. He definitely was backdash. He backdashed and read that I was going to read backdash, which I kind of did, but I kind of hesitated for a second on what I wanted to do for a punish, because I was waiting for like a reflect or his like reversal move that Nappa has, but he didn't do either of those things. He instead 2H thinking I was going to jump in, and he got a pretty big punish on me, which was kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of insane. He gets Majin Buu in for the level 3, knocks down my Bardock. I'm not really that concerned. I mean, if I get hit, I get hit. I still have 18 Trunks, so is what it is. I just jump out of the way, though. He doesn't hit me with anything too crazy. Call the barrier? No, don't call the barrier. We're just gonna super dash, get this combo. Hit him with the re-jump off the auto combo, air dash, call barrier, block low, and the overhead. It's I actually don't know what the frame data is on Majin Buu's overhead right there, but it's one of those things, much like a 6M, where if you're just not on your toes, it can catch you slipping pretty easily. And I thought I was definitely going to die there. I expected him to call the Trunks assist and get a combo and then build the bar and kill me for that, but he didn't. I don't know, maybe he just didn't have the awareness right there. I caught him with the 18 barrier because I've been using her solo barrier a little bit more often, and I feel like I'm figuring out spots where it's good to call it so that I can stop my opponent from being able to land a hit on me, whether it be from their point character or their assist. But I don't really know my best options or how to act out of it, I guess, unless I'm also calling an assist or unless it's just straight up super. And as I am right now as a player, I just don't always have the instinct or the awareness to spend the meter and punish them with a level 1 or a level 3 in those scenarios. And that was such a good 2H. He literally sat there, waited for me to jump over his head, and he was hoping I super dash, and I definitely gave it to him. And it was right here that I realized he's running a C assist. And all the more so, I was like, why didn't he, you know, call the Trunks assist when he had that combo earlier to get the kill on me? But I was very surprised to realize that he was running the Trunks C assist, because I don't know why you'd specifically want to run Trunks C assist over his A and B when his A and B assists are both so good. But, you know, I digress. We get the punish on Nappa. Again, probably could have killed him if I, you know, actually done a medium starter and not dropped the combo. But it's all well and good. I remember specifically right here, I was talking about how much I do love Android 18's barrier and how I am running that today as opposed to the Destructo disc like I had recently. And then as I'm talking about, you know, the greatness that is Android 18's barrier, it comes in the clutch. He tries to mash. He gets caught by the barrier. I 2L him again, and this time we take out Nappa. And then all he's left with is Solo Trunks with no sparking. Solo Trunks is, you know, somebody to respect, but not really anyone to fear if you don't really have sparking. I mean, he's got meters, so you can do like some solo flip stuff, but honestly, a lot of it is fake. Even when you see me hitting people with like, you know, flip stuff with no assist with Trunks, it's pretty fake. That being said, the jump back into the heavy was pretty sick, and he does take out my Android 18. But I still have my trusty and reliable Bardock and Trunks, and I definitely was confident that I was the superior Trunks player in this matchup. So even if he took out my Bardock, I'm just like, I still have a full health Trunks of my own with sparking. You're not winning this. You're not winning this. It's too hard. It's too hard. And you're only human. That's punish. That's a 2H. I should have sparked here. I would have been able to kill very easily, but I think I still got the kill here off the Trunks assist. Boom, lariat, level 1 into the level 3. That's gonna be us taking game 2 over Army 77 lockstep. But yeah, that's something else that like I want to start doing more. I started kind of doing it off of like certain moves, like particularly and most notably with Trunks' Shining Slash while Spark off the confirm to kill the character. But there are just certain hits that I get that I could be killing characters with if I sparked off those 2H's or those 2M's, but I just don't have that awareness all the time, you know what I mean? It's just something that I'm just not accustomed to doing, but something I probably should start doing more often in order to eliminate characters, especially problem characters like me, or characters who are problems for people like, well, how do I word what I want to say? The problem characters for me, like Vegito and Broly, right? Like if I land a big 2H or a 2M or something on one of those characters in a match, I should probably spark if I have a combo that's going to kill. That being said, I know you guys are like, oh, Lotus, you got to learn some TODs, man. You got to do some TODs. How come you never do TODs? And the reason why I never do TODs is they're hard. I know a couple, but like I'm not, like, again, like I try to explain to y'all that I'm not as good of a player as a lot of you think I am. And like I know a couple, but it's just one of those things where the few that I know are very specific, right? Like I only have them off specific starters. Like I have one off 2H with Android 18, but I kind of got to be in the corner. I have one with Bardock, but it's a little hard because you got to do, you know, the sparking loops, which like I can do them, but they're droppable. You know what I'm saying? It is one of those things that's easy to drop. It's easy to do, but it's equally as easy to drop. And that's also off of 2H. And then I have one off the, you know, the Tyrant Lance and the Gut Punch. But again, that's like you rarely ever get that starter, and I don't have any at all with Trunks. So, but hey, if y'all got some Trunks TODs that don't start with Trunks already in sparking with my team, feel free to send it to me on Twitter at LotusAsakura, and I'll try to learn it if it's practical. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely could stand to incorporate more TODs into my gameplay. It's just one of those things that I don't prioritize it, and I feel like a lot of like lower level players focus way too much on the combos and things like TODs as opposed to actually improving their fundamentals or improving, you know, their neutral and their game sense and their defense and things of that nature. And that's not even just in this game. That's, to be honest, something I've noticed as a trend in like all fighting games, but I feel like it's particularly strong in this one where people focus way more on combos than anything else. And I get it because the combos are the fun part and they're flashy and things like that, but it's like people will know how to do a TOD but will never pull it off in a match because they're not actually good at the game, if you get where I'm coming from. Like they just know a cool combo, but they can't even pull it off in a game because they can't get in the situation to pull it off in a match, you know what I mean? So it's just, yeah, I personally am not someone who focuses all my time on my combos and my TODs. I know mostly optimal combos with the characters that I really play, even if I do drop them sometimes, but TODs are just something like I've never had a huge focus on. That being said, anyway, back to the match. I rambled on long enough about that little segment. You saw he took out my Bardock, managed to get the Dragon Rush on my Android 18, and if I was him, I was level 3 here, and he does. Now the thing is, I'm waiting to see if he's going to go for me to change the future, or high, or low, and he just backed up, went for 5H. I gotta imagine that was a spark bait, but, you know, he probably doesn't know me and doesn't know that I would probably never spend my sparker to save Android 18 there, and I kind of only ever save it for Trunks. He goes for a little air dash. I call him out on it with a super dash, and I think I called the key blast here. Yeah, dash forward, called the Trunks, super dash. Kind of like something I do a lot. And then he whip punishes me with a 5M. Kind of like scrambled though, panicked a little bit. You could tell because he got the 5M and could have killed me with meterlessly with no bars spent, but he vanished because he didn't think that was actually going to connect. That could have been really bad. That was a pretty good jump, and I got caught by the JL, but he didn't get the full combo off it. I jump out of the pressure. I throw an EX flip trying to bait something out. He doesn't take it. And yeah, he's kind of in the lead right now, but I still have full health Trunks, not full health Trunks, but nearly full health Trunks with sparking. He goes for the beam and a block string. That's not true. I reflect it, punish it with 2M. His Trunks goes down. Solo Fat Boo, not a character I'm too concerned with. You know, wow. I'm not gonna hold you. That flip into the slash was kind of fire. That was kind of fire. Yes, Solo Fat Boo, not exactly the greatest neutral. Not really gonna be able to get a lot of his mix-ups going and stuff by himself since he doesn't have any assists. I catch him in the air, hit him with the slash into level 3, and that's going to be us taking game 3 again over this Fat Boo. Yeah, Fat Boo and Nappa as well, since he plays Nappa, are characters that if you allow them to get their offense going, they are very scary. Their pressure and their mix-ups are second to pretty much none. Like, they have some of the scariest pressure to hold, especially in the corner, right? But when they don't have assists, you don't really have to respect them as much. And if you rush them down before they have a chance to rush you down, especially a character like Nappa, who he pretty much his whole entire neutral is just throwing out 5H in neutral. You know, according to all the Nappa players I've fought, not a whole lot they can do. That being said, am I getting punched in my mouth right now by this Nappa? Yes, but also notice that he actually has assists now. But yeah, the resets, the mix-ups, Nappa can be pretty scary if you allow him to get going. But like I said, that's why you gotta apply the pressure before he's allowed to apply the pressure to you. And now that I think about it, he doesn't really have great neutral assists. He's running Trunks C assists, which I would say in terms of just pure neutral is probably a lot worse than the A and the B assist. And then Majin Buu, I mean, it's a decent assist, but I wouldn't say it's that great of a neutral. Oh no, he's playing Fat Throw assist too. Yeah, so again, not that great of a neutral assist. And then I'd say the best neutral assist he has on his team is probably Nappa if he's running the A assist, which I don't remember if he actually is or not. But yeah, he's not making it easy for himself. I don't know if he has something specific in mind with the design of this team, or if these are just 3 characters that he really likes, or what the case is. Again, he went for the backdash after the 6M, expecting me to chase it down with a like a jump heavy. I actually dashed forward this time and went low. I should have gone for 2M, but I'll take the 2L. Again, I caught the 18 barrier. He tries to mash. We catch him low. I have 5 bars and Trunks, so this should be a dead Trunks. I didn't even extend it off the Trunks assist. I remember now specifically saying to myself in this video that I wasn't going to bother extending it off the Trunks assist because I had 5 bars, so I didn't want to be greedy. I'll just cash out instead of risking dropping the combo, because almost every single time I go to try to do a more optimal extension with my assists in a scenario like that, I have a tendency to drop it, like for the kill. And I don't know why, because extending off Trunks assist in the corner like that is not really hard. You let him hit the ground, they bounce, you call the change of future assist, boom, you get the extension. But like, for some reason, I have a tendency to drop it when I'm trying to kill the character with that combo. So, is what it is. Anyway, we get the falling heavy, side switch, bring Boo back to the corner. I hit him with the other side, change the future. He actually manages to block it though, and then I hit him with like a tick shining slash, which is something I'm trying to do more. I think I actually talked about it in the last video, but in the original audio, not in my post commentary. But that's something I'm also incorporating more into my Trunks play recently, is just doing one jab into a shining slash. It's not to say I haven't done it before, but it's something I've done before without really thinking about it. But now it is a conscious decision I'm making as I'm starting to realize the strength of it, especially in Season 3 where tick throw is a thing, right? Because a lot of players are always on the lookout for tick throw, and they're teching it with either Dragon Rush or 2L most of the time, or 5L, you know what I'm saying? People are either mashing a button, or some people tech it with Dragon Rush. But regardless, while people are on the lookout for tick throw, I feel like it makes Shining Slash that much stronger, because if I just do one jab or I stagger you with a couple of jabs, you're on the lookout for seeing if I'm going to go for a cross up, or you're trying to, you know, mash and take a turn back or something like that, and then boom, you get hit with this really, really fast overhead. So I think jab into Shining Slash is pretty strong, especially considering the speed of the light Shining Slash. Anyway, we get a good poke there, knock him up, and then back down to the Bardock assist, full extension. Down goes his Nappa, and things are looking pretty one-sided. We were doing pretty well, and I'm pretty sure this guy hits no rematch at this point, and then we back out and try to find another opponent, and we also ranked him down to Super Saiyan Rose as well, and I think he backs off here. Yeah, he backs off. We go and look for the next match. I'm gonna just skip ahead real quick, and yeah, you'll see that in between games, I actually decided to switch to Videl just to shake things up. I should have learned my lesson after playing Android 17 in the last match, to be honest, because the last time I played a low-tier character who I don't play very often, it didn't go very well for me. And then, of course, I ran into a fellow Super Saiyan Blue Evolved ranked player, and you'll see how that turned out for me. But yeah, I decided to play Videl because I like Videl. I do genuinely think Videl is the worst character in the game. Also, that was such a good 2H. It was a wake-up 2H, so he was just go for the hardest of reads, but yeah, I do genuinely think Videl is the worst character in the game, and not having a reflect is such a huge downfall for that character. And I remember this guy now. This guy is an absolute maniac. It's all gas, no brakes. This guy was mashing, mashing, mashing. You see he was mashing 2H again, and speaking of 2H, I don't know why. I don't know what was wrong with my thumbs in this set. I was mad at myself for the way I was playing with Videl, but for some reason, I just couldn't get my thumbs to do 6H, and I just kept doing 2H instead. So my Videl combos are pretty ugly in this match, but it is what it is. I know the better combos. I know how to use the records. I don't know how to do her loops, but yeah, I remember this matchup now. This guy was going absolutely sicko mode, and I remember talking about his Bardock combos because you guys give me y'all be giving me some trash in the comments sometimes for my Bardock combos. I said that as I drop a Bardock combo, but I'm like, my Bardock is fairly optimal. I mean, about as optimal as most people's. The only thing I don't do, like, I do the non-sparking loops in the corner, just not super consistently because they're kind of hard. I'm still getting used to them, but I can and do them in videos. And other than that, I think, again, the 2H with Videl, the only thing I don't do is like the re-jump off of like Vanish, which I just haven't learned yet. But other than that, like, yeah, those are just two things. And even then, one of them I actually do. And I go for a lot more often. So I don't know. Anyway, the point was, I was like, man, y'all be giving me crap for my Bardock combos, but this guy has probably the worst Bardock combos I've ever seen. That's basically the point I was trying to make. And I don't remember for sure, but I think this Goku Blue started going. Yeah, he just started going bonkers, man. My guy did not play defense at all. This entire set, it was always buttons, 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 mashing on wake up, mashing when he's negative, especially taking his turn when he's plus. But yeah, we managed to get a good 2H on the EX elbow. And then I spent 5 bars on him, level 1 into the Videl level 3. Did I bait his sparking? I just jumped in and waited for him to spark, but he actually didn't go for it, surprisingly. And then he finally has to hold a block string, and then dashes in, whiffs a 2M, mashes 2H. I get caught. At this point, I'm just like, what is going on? What is actually going on? Just throwing out 5H. I am flabbergasted. I am honestly quite appalled by this style of play. I was very surprised that EX elbow didn't hit my sparking. Like, bro, all these super dashes, just the pressure. And then I tried to poke back. I got counter hit by the 2M. That's my fault. I was mashing. But it's just like, I've said it before, but when people play like this and start mashing and going absolutely crazy, it makes me want to mash more. And I was mad right there because I thought he did the kick and was gonna, hit me with a sliding knockdown and actually spent some meter in level 3, so I kind of eased up a little bit. But he didn't even hit me with the sliding knockdown. So then I ended up not blocking and then just dying for it. And then I'm like, oh no. I'm actually going to choke this match. I actually allowed him to make this comeback. Like, now I'm actually losing the fight. He's throwing out EX elbows. I'm just trying to calm things down. And I can't because he only holds forward. He techs forward. He's going to jump heavy. Keeps on mashing them buttons. And I actually lost. I was very, very surprised that I lost that battle because I felt like he was playing like an absolute lunatic. But I mostly had control of the situation. But I don't know, man. Once he brought that Goku Blue, the world started falling apart. Much like it is in real life. And yeah, I don't know why, bro. I just kept doing 2H with Videl. But don't you worry. I was definitely talking trash to myself and calling myself out for it. I was just like, these are just the ugliest Videl combos ever. Like, I know all the Videl players out there are cringing while watching this video, and I still feel that way. I know you are just raw level 1. Like, I don't understand this guy. I accidentally whiffed the auto combo. He gets a punish on that. Doesn't go for the side switch though. But yeah, like his Bardock combos fairly simple. Fairly simple. 2L into medium spin. Like, all these super dashes, he ran up and 2H me. He whiffed it though because I raw tagged. Like, I just mind blown. Just honestly mind blown by this guy's play style. But these are the players I struggle against the most. He gets caught from mashing, keeps mashing, and gets caught from mashing again and loses his Bardock. These are the things. But yeah, like I said, these are the players that gave me the most trouble. Like, The people who just, they don't try to adapt, they don't think about what they're doing at all, these are the players who give me the most trouble. Because I honestly, genuinely just get overwhelmed by these types of players. Like, 'cause I'm just like, I be thinking that they gonna think and they don't think. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I know some of you say, oh, you just get in your own head too much. Like, no, that's not it at all. It's not a matter of me getting in my own head. It's a matter of them playing in a way that just honestly overwhelms me. Like, I just, for better or worse, they just be on some BS that I just can't handle sometimes. Although he did do a pretty bad banish, I was able to punish it with Bardock 5LL. One thing that I love about his jab is being able to punish banishes like that in situations where I feel like I might not have been able to 2H it in time. Pretty good thing that you can do with Bardock. We knock him down, get the level 3. I'm pretty sure I ended up winning this match, but we'll see how things play out. He's mashing banish. I think pretty much every time I tried to go for something like that, he was mashing banish. That's another thing he was doing a lot. He would super dash when he was negative in a block string a lot, obviously, especially after getting a 2H block. And I was not punishing him for it ever because I was always waiting for something. Bro, my man just IAD forward and J2H. Like, I just, I don't get it. I don't get how people can play like this, bro. And the craziest part is like, I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping, right? Obviously, he's doing something, right? And he kind of has an idea of what he's doing. The spark run up into 2M, I just, wow. But like, look at his record. My man is Super Saiyan Blue rank, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved rank, right? With roughly a 66-ish% win ratio. He's winning like 2/3 of his matches. And again, he didn't hit me with the sliding knockdown. He just hit me with the light knockdown, and I thought I was gonna get hit with sliding knockdown, so I wasn't prepared for that. I should have been prepared for it after the first time, but again, I just assumed that he was gonna sliding knockdown and want to super me, or at least just take the SKD. But no, he didn't. Just all gas, no brakes. Just all gas, no brakes. But we do still have our Trunks. We have 7 bars. We still have sparking. He's spending his I level 3 here to get my knockdown and away some of his spark time. And at this point, I'm thinking he's going to do something insane on Wake Up. But he actually didn't. He just ended up getting hit by the safe jump, and we took the match. As you'll notice there, I did 5H instead of going for the 2M. I said previously in the video that in scenarios like that where the combo is going to guaranteed kill regardless, I just go for the 5H because it's a lot easier to confirm and not drop that way. The 2M is super easy to get. But it is one of those things where just sometimes in the heat of the moment, you know, in the clutch, I have dropped it before. You guys have seen me do it once or twice in the video. So it's just like, I saw Sage do 5H immediately after Change the Future before, and I was like, yeah, I'll just start doing that myself if the combo's gonna kill anyway, because why not? Because why not? And round start raw tag, not something I was expecting at all. He started off the last round with doing up layer into Goku Black. So my goal was to jump back and then super dash at him to try to punish Lariat. That's the read I was going for. But he round start raw tagged, and you see he's just going absolutely crazy, bro. Just mental, bonkers. I was really surprised that he blocked that, but he didn't block it when I went back the other way. Except I did the ugliest Videl combo ever, so it did no damage, and I didn't get great of a knockdown. Now I'm the one in the corner. Fortunately, somehow my Vanish was able to beat his elbow. He's mashing 2H immediately and gets caught by the Trunks beam. I get the pickup and knock him down. And he tried to back that. He up tech, back dash, and then tried to super dash. Like, what is really going on? What is really going on? And it blows my mind that I lose to people like this. Like, what I was saying in this match is like, this is the guy I really just lost that last match to. I was able to counter his Vanish with another Vanish of my own, but it's just like, I don't know, man. And fighting people like this is why I tell myself all the time, I'm always be sure to tell myself that I suck, because if I'm losing to guys like this, then I can't be that good at this game. I can't be. He gets hit by the Videl assist. I run up with Bardock, get the full combo and the air, not the air, the in the air side switch, but I dropped it off the beam. I definitely tried to hit him with the medium spin into the beam and then, you know, get the Dragon Rush and build that 4th bar and then go on the Bardock level 3. Didn't quite work out that way. He does whiff a Vanish though, and I am able to once again get the punish with Bardock, and I'm pretty sure I level 3 here. Right? Yeah. Into the layer, into the level 3, and knock him down. And yeah, at the moment, it looks like we have pretty good control of the situation. I'm like, okay, you know, I allowed him to do pretty much whatever he wanted before, but I'm pretty much bullying him right now. And you'll also notice that he went for a 5S on Wake Up after getting hit by level 3. And I can only imagine, I can only think, right, that he wanted Reflect and he just messed up and got a misinput. I can only imagine that he wanted Reflect there, but there's no telling with this guy. There's no telling with this guy. Hit him with the Lariat, got him with the Trunks assist, medium Lariat. We get full combo here. I went for the Bardock loops. Hey, actually pull off. See, there we go. I told you I got decent Bardock combos. I told you I know it. It's just, you know, the thing is like, I know most of y'all probably can't do it in the first place. Y'all have the audacity to criticize me, but I'm only human, bro. I ain't a robot. I ain't Fenrich. That combo's kind of hard. I need more practice. It's also harder to perform while you're talking and playing at the same time. That is one thing that is hindering me as a player. Is obviously I usually do live commentary while playing, and it's not that big of a deal. But it is harder than I think some of you think. Most of you understand how hard it is to talk and play at the same time, especially if you play this game a lot. But yeah, it's just, you know, it do be like that. But yeah, he activates sparking with his Bardock, and he's going even crazier than before. That time, I remember I intentionally 2H there because I felt like the combo was slipping away from me, and what I could have just done is jump canceled off the 5LL, but that 2H with Videl, that time was actually intentional to make sure that the combo didn't slip away from me. I drop it with Videl, he air dashes in, gets the jump light, and down goes my Videl, and I'm like, okay, surely there's no way that I lose this match, right? I have full health Trunks with sparking and 5 bars. He has no sparking and little to no health. I tried to go for a backflip into a key blast. He didn't take the bait. I panic sparked, then I panic vanished, and then he actually gets a 2H punish on me. I'm just like, surely there's no way I choked this. Like I had too big of a lead to choke this against this weakened sparkless Bardock, right? No tech on the Dragon Rush, and I'm just shaking my head at this point. There's just Lotus. You can't do this. I reflect key blast. Didn't do the key blast quickly enough, but he would have blocked it anyway. I'm an idiot, and I went for Shining Slash there, knowing he was gonna mash something anyway, or thinking he would mash something, and he mashed Vanish, and I lost. And at this point in the video, obviously you see even now this video's gone on for quite some time, and it had been, you know, obviously a minute in that video as well, because I ended up doing like 4 games with the first guy, and I wanted to do a first or 2 with this dude, but he actually managed to win the first one, and I won the second one, so we had to play a 3rd game. But yeah, that was a very not fun experience for me. Fighting people like that is very frustrating and very tilting, and I wasn't really visibly upset in the video itself. You know, I tend to take things in stride, but I was disappointed in myself for not being able to take that guy down more convincingly. It is what it is, though. It be like that when it be like that, especially when it be like that. But, you know, we'll get him next time. But anyway, that'll wrap things up. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all the awesome content I'm going to bring you. And with all that being said, this is pretty much all I have today. And remember, nothing can happen to swing the bat. Later.